I'm getting ready to go underneath my 450 SL to work on the back end fuel delivery system. This car has not run in 5 years. I'm looking at the license plate, says 2015. What I'm finding with these R107s is almost all of them need something on this rear end fuel delivery system, whether it be hoses, fuel filter, accumulator, fuel pump. Most of the time it's hoses, rotten hoses. And this is something I want to encourage you to address immediately. When you acquire one of these, or if you just got one of these, you don't know what's going on back there, get underneath there and look. You don't have to take it to a mechanic. You can look. You're going to see in this video some of the problems I'm finding on this 450 SL. The very first thing I'm going to need to do is deal with the fuel system. The fuel's old, hoses are rotten, filters gummed up. So today I'm going to go underneath and start working on this. Now what I've done in preparation to do this is I've put the car up on ramps. Now I wanted to show you this because I know a lot of you don't have a car lift. But if you don't have a car lift, the safest way to work on the back end of the fuel system is to put the two rear wheels up on these ramps. Now these are Rhino ramps. They're my favorite ramps. I have 4 of them. A lot of you I know are going to ask, well, where do you get them? Just Google it. Okay, you can buy them online. But getting the car up on these ramps gets it elevated enough so that you can get underneath and work it. And also in preparation, since I don't like to get up and down, I've gone through my toolbox. I've got all the tools that I'm going to need on my tool creeper here. I've got a large drip pan because you're going to have gasoline kind of spilling all over the place. A little bowl isn't going to help you here. You need a large drain pan like this one here. I've got a piece of cardboard. I like to slide around on a cardboard. I particularly don't like a creeper because a creeper restricts the height that also kind of jams your movement. I would prefer sliding on a piece of cardboard, but that's a personal opinion. Then of course I have a fire extinguisher. That's very important anytime you're working around these gasoline cars. And then I've got a magnetic tray under there that's going to hold all the hardware that I pull off the bracket assembly and to get this out of the car. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go under there without draining the fuel right now. And I'm going to unbolt the entire fuel delivery system and drop it out, get on the bench, and we'll kind of show you what's going on with it. Notice here a couple of things. I've got a really good headlamp, rechargeable headlamp. Man, if you don't have one of these, get one because this is so handy when you're working around a car. Doesn't even have to be underneath the car, all right? The other thing I have is a custom-made hose clamping tool that we made here from a vice grip. It's a smooth jaw, and I have a plug that's going to plug that main hose coming out of the fuel tank. So I'm going to hope I don't spill any fuel, but I'm going to get into there and start working, and I'll show you how we'll go about getting that whole bracket assembly loosened and removing that hose and getting it plugged so I don't have gasoline running all over the place. It's the same old story. You know, we've got rusty fittings, corrosion, but I'm looking at these hose clamps and this short, large hose has been replaced. You can see the new hose clamps, but look at that braided hose coming out of the tank. It's chafed and cracked. I think this proves my point. I would say almost every R107 out there needs some sort of work back here unless it's recently been restored. We've got some broken rubber mounts up there. Some of the wiring looks kind of chafed. So at this point now, I've got to go ahead and take off the plastic cover, and then I'm going to start loosening the bolts. I'll get everything loose, but I won't drop it down until I disconnect the large hose. I'm going to clamp it off, disconnect the large hose and plug it, and then we'll pull this completely out and take it in on the bench and take a look at it. Here you can see the wire connections and those nuts are really rusty. They're probably going to break off the pump. I'm going to replace the pump anyway, so I'm going to cut the wires up here and I'll splice in new connectors because these are in such bad condition. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut the hose and we'll plug it, and then I'm going to get back in here and disconnect the hose that goes to the hard line that runs up to the engine compartment. Then we can drop this out.
Plug is in.
You can release the clamp and now zoom in on the plug and you can see that it's going to not leak even without a clamp on it because it's such a tight fit.
Yep.
You know, you can see it's got some problems with rust and corrosion, but it was shot. I mean, I don't think the pump was running, all the hoses were rotten. And I've come up with fuel pump kits for some of the other models, but not the 78 to 80 450 SLs. They're a little unique, and they've got some issues with all the different lines and hoses going on, and some of these I cannot source. So I'm going to be doing a partial kit for the 450 SL and the 450 SLC, and this will include the 450 SE and 450 SEL sedans as well, including the 6.9, of course. But I want to explain what I'm going to include in the kit and some of the modifications you may have to make. And then I'm going to explain what I'm not going to include in the kit and give you some pointers as to how you can go out and source the parts yourself. You know, one of the big problems with these is the outlet hose from the tank, and they're really rotten. And you'll be getting a new outlet hose, factory style. The hose between this part and the pump is often also rotten, and you'll be receiving a reinforced rubber hose. So this will not rot in the future, along with the hose clamps you'll need. Here is the fuel filter outlet hose. This goes from the fuel filter to the hard line going up to the engine. So those are the hoses you're going to receive. You're going to get a brand new OE filter that'll fit right in. The pumps are a little different now. The reproduction pumps that are spec'd out for these cars, smaller in diameter. You're going to have about 1/8 of an inch spacer here. You can use a rubber hose, and so when this clamp right here clamps down, it'll clamp down tight on the new pump. This is the pump you'll be receiving in my kit. But here is the big one right here. And some of these cars may not need this changed, but it's this hose assembly right here that's teed off, and you can see it's a very small hose. It's these very small clamps, and this is the problem right here. This tends to get real rusty. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is source some parts if you need to replace this, and you can do this at a hardware store. I'm not going to be providing this, so you can kind of remanufacture this part yourself. It's in bad condition on your late 107 or 116. So I wanted to explain this. You'll also be receiving 4 brand new rubber shock mounts. You can see these are often torn. Here's the bracket, and you can see they just usually all just tear off. So you'll get 4 new rubber mounts in the kit, and you'll also get brand new locking nuts. That's really handy because a lot of these nuts you can see are all rusty. And when you try to take them off, you're going to break the studs off. So these new rubber mounts in the kit, along with these new nuts, are really going to help. Now, I will include in this kit another video I did on draining the fuel out of a 380 SL, and that's very similar. That's going to just give you some tips on how to get the tank drained, because the fuel tank is going to have to be drained for you to remove this and restore it. Here you'll see a picture of the complete kit, but I will not include detailed instructions on how to do everything. This is pretty self-explanatory on how you're going to have to get all these clamps off and all these fittings off and replace these parts here and reinstall it back into the car.